So today we have structural analysis, and we are going to study moment distribution method. So already we are with slope deflection method, and now we will start with the moment distribution method. Now this method also we are using only for indeterminate structures. And now what are the objective? Actually we have objective to know the moment distribution method in detail, and outcome also we are in position to determine stiffness of the members. Then we are in position to determine distribution factors. Then we are in position to write down equilibrium equations, and then we can equilibrium equation, we can prepare moment distribution table, and then we can analyze continuous beam and portal frames using that moment distribution table. Now we will first see the history of this. So this method actually was developed by R.D. Cross, a great personality, and is used with advantage to analyze statically indeterminate beams and frames with rigid joints. Now in this we will see what are the stiffness of member when we have farther end is fixed or farther end is simply supported. We are going with two supports that will be farther. We are going to consider a joint, and the farther joint of that member we are going to consider fixed and then simply supported, and then accordingly we are going to determine the stiffness of member. So now we will consider a propped cantilever, and we are going to apply a moment M to that support B, and let R be the reaction over there. So we have propped cantilever AB, and we are considering a clockwise couple M at B, and let R be the reaction at B, and let theta be the slope due to this M. So we have let theta be the slope developed due to this M. Now we will consider a section at a distance xx, at a distance x from support B, and we will go using that moment equation. So we have moment equation EI d2y by dx square equal to Rx minus M. So now integrating above equation, now we are well familiar with these equations. We have used in your first method, which will be your Macaulay's method for slope and deflection. Then we are used it for your fixed beams, and then again now we are using it for your this also we have used for three moment theorem, also same equation, and then we have simplified it. Here also we are in the same fashion. Then we are going to integrate it, gives me Rx square by 2 minus Mx plus C1. Now we are being with these all that is integration. Now we will switch over to the integration, and we will substitute values in this. So at x equal to L, my dy by dx equal to 0, because my farther end is fixed, and I will substitute this value of dy by dx 0 at x equal to L, and that will gives me value of C1 is equal to ml minus RL square by 2. So this is value of C1 that we will put in equation of slope, and that will gives me Rx square by 2 minus Mx, then minus plus Ml minus RL square by 2. So this portion, this is our value of C1. So this is C1. So now we will integrate this equation again, gives me EIy is equal to, which will be Rx cube by 6 minus Mx square by 2 plus MLx minus RL square by 2 into x. Now plus C2, because we have constant of integration. Now we are going to use again boundary conditions. At x equal to 0, value of y is 0. So all terms on right hand side have x except C2, and therefore this all term becomes 0 because x is 0, and therefore I will get C2 equal to 0. Now we have another boundary condition where I have x equal to L. There also my value of y is 0, because at x equal to 0 we have simple support, and x equal to L we have fixed support. And then we will substitute this value in this equation, and that will gives me relationship between R and M. So here you can see we have y0, and then we will substitute x equal to L, gives me RL cube by 3 equal to ML square by 2. And if I will substitute this R equal to 3M upon 2L, which will be simplified from the above equation, and that we will put it in the equation of slope. Why we are putting it in the equation of slope? Because we are interested what will be value of m we require required to develop theta b value. And now here we will put at x equal to 0, dy by dx equal to theta b after this modification. So we have substituted value of r in this equation. And that will give us equation that is 3mx square by 4l minus mx plus ml by 4. Now we have this equation and we are going to substitute x equal to 0, dy by dx equal to theta b. And by substituting this value in the above equation, we are going to get ei theta b equal to 3m upon 4l x is 0 minus m0 plus ml by 4. And that will gives me value of m equal to 4 ei theta b upon l. Now, what does it mean? That means you can see here the moment required to develop slope theta b is 4 ei theta b by l. So this m will develop theta b slope. Now, if I have to go for unit slope, then what will happen? So theta b becomes 1 and my value becomes 4 ei upon L, and this is called stiffness of the member. So if my farther end is, thus stiffness is the force required for unit deformation. So taking moment about A0 and we are going to get, so value of MA. We are now interested for value of MA because we have support A as fixed support. So we are taking moment about A. So MA clockwise, M clockwise, and due to R we have anti-clockwise. And that will gives me value M by 2. So whatever M we have applied at B and we have M by 2 that will be developed at A. So thus the reacting moment developed at A is M by 2, known as carryover moment. So if you remember slope deflection method, and in slope deflection method, when we are applying 4 ei upon L theta A at A, we are going to consider 2 ei upon L theta A at B. Why we are considering up? So answer of that is here in moment distribution, that moment developed at farther end, if it is fixed or continuous, that will be half of the moment you have applied at other end. And we have this is known as carryover moment. Thus, the carryover moment is half that of applied moment for farther end is fixed. Thus, we have stiffness of the member if my farther end is fixed is 4 ei upon L. That will be fixed or continuous, because continuous we are going to consider as fixed only, and therefore we have same value of the stiffness for end fixed, farther end fixed or continuous. Now we will go to the second case where we are going to consider stiffness of member when farther end is simply supported. Now in this we are going to consider simple beam AB. Actually when we will go for this, we have to always consider one end as a roller, and then we have this will be AB. Now if I will draw a free body diagram, so we have R will be the reaction at B, and let again couple M is applied at B. Now when I will apply couple M at B, then let slope develop at this end B. Again I will say theta B. Now try to understand, if you will recall your first figure, I will go there, then you will be better understand over here. So in this, when I will go with this M, and here you can see my slope at A is 0. So here you can see slope is 0 because we have this end as fixed end. We have this end as fixed end, and therefore slope is 0. But if we will go to this problem, when we are going to say farther end is simply supported, in this case you can see here my slope is not 0, we have slope over here. So that is the major difference between these two, and we have this as simple support. So if I will say moment developed at this point, so automatically my moment developed at this point should be 0. So our work will be reduced because my one unknown is going to be reduced, which will be MA, and automatically my one boundary condition also reduced, which will be at x equal to L dy by dx equal to 0. That boundary condition is not available now. Now here I can find value of R in terms of M here only. So if I will first write taking moment about A0, then I have m minus r into L equal to 0, and I will get value of r equal to m into L. So here I can have now ei d2y by dx square equal to rx minus m. Now I will not carry this r again. I will directly write equation in terms of m only, so that will reduce my one unknown and it becomes easy to evaluate. So we have m by L x minus m. Now we have integrating our equation, we will get it as m by L x square by 2 minus mx plus c1. Now we do not have any boundary condition for slope, and therefore we will go again integration of the equation, and that will be eiy is equal to m by L x cube by 6 minus mx square by 2 plus c1x plus c2. Now we have two boundary conditions for y, that is deflection, vertical displacement. One that is at x equal to 0, we have y0, and another we have x equal to L, y equal to 0. So when I will go first x equal to 0, y0, then you can see all the terms except C2 on right hand side. Then we have all contains x, and if y also we have 0, and therefore I will get value of C2 0 over here. Then I will go to x equal to L, y equal to 0. And if I will substitute this value in this equation, then I will get value of C1, and that value I will get it as C1 equal to ML by 3. Now this equation I will again substitute in the equation of slope, and that will gives me equation ei dy by dx equal to m by L x square by 2 minus mx plus ml by 3. Now here we are going to be at x equal to 0, dy by dx equal to theta b, same as in first case. And if I will substitute this value, then I will get it as 0, first term, second term 0, and ml by 3. And that will gives me 3i theta b by L. So now we have, this will be again stiffness. But this stiffness we have when my farther end is simply supported or it is overhang. So keep in mind 4ei theta b upon L, that is for your farther end is fixed or farther end is continuous, and m equal to 3ei theta b upon L, farther end is simple support or farther end is overhang. For both we have to go for this one. Thus the moment required to develop slope theta b is 3ei theta b upon L. Therefore moment required to develop unit slope is 3ei upon L. This is called stiffness of the member. But this stiffness we are when my farther end is simple support or my farther end is overhang. So thus the carryover moment, because my farther end is simply supported, so there will not be any moment developed, and therefore my carryover moment when it is simple support, that is 0. So now we will go to the distribution theorem, because here these two things plays very important role. First, stiffness of the member, and second, that is distribution factor, and that distribution factor that covers under your distribution theorem. Now let us, we will consider distribution theorem. That means if we are going to apply moment m over there, and if we have number of members that are acting at that joint, then how we are going to distribute this moment among this, or how we are going to be given proportion of this to the members. So here you can see a moment applied at a joint to produce only rotation. So we are not considering any linear displacement, and that gets distributed amongst the connecting member in proportion of their stiffness. So stiffness plays very important role over here. So now let us, we will consider a joint O as shown in figure, and let we have four members AO, BO, CO, and DO. And we have end A and C, these two are simple support, and let we have end B and end D, these are fixed supports. Now let we will apply moment M, which will be clockwise at the joint O as shown in figure. So now after this we have this diagram, and now to L1, L2, L3, L4 with the lengths of OA, OB, OC, OD. Then we have I1, I2, I3, I4. This will be the moment of inertia of the members. E1, E2, E3, E4 with the modulus of elasticity of members. And then let theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, and theta 4 be the slopes at slopes for OA, OB, OC, and OD respectively. Now keep in mind, when I will consider the joint as rigid joint, the slopes at A, B, C, and D should be same. That means my theta 1 should equal to theta 2 equal to theta 3 equal to theta 4. Why this should be equal? Because in rigid joint, the angle between the members remains same. And if angles remain same, then I should have all values of theta should be same. Then only my angle between the members remains same. So now we will go at joint O is rigid joint, so that the slope of all members should be same. So you can see over here, so we have these 4 slopes, and all these slopes you can see we have clockwise. So now after this, we will have M1, M2, M3, M4 be the contributions or the moment transferred to member OA, OB, OC, and OD. That means total moment we have summation of all these moments. So M1 equal to M3 equal to 3 EI upon L, and we have again here that I will write it as theta over here. Now as theta are same, because my farther end is simply supported, so M1, M3, these are 3 EI upon L theta B, because these are simple supported. Now if I will go M2 and M4, then I will have this will be 4 EI theta B upon L, theta will be here, and then because my farther end is fixed, because we have seen the stiffnesses of this. And then we will go to the M we have 4 EI upon L theta B for farther end fixed, and we have M equal to 3 EI theta. So now I will not mention it as theta B, I will directly write it as theta, so it will not be confused with your theta B and theta A. So we have this will be theta only, because theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4 are same. So I have theta 1, M1 upon 3 E1, I1 upon L1. L1, we are going to say we are taking, we are calculating these values in terms of slopes, and we are in this fashion. So L, which will be in numerator, we will take it as denominator. Simply I can write theta 3 and theta 4. So theta 5 is not there over here. So we have only 4 members. So this will not be in your this joint. So we have only theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4. Now we have theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, and theta 4. These thetas are same. So let us, we will say S1, S2, S3, S4 be the stiffnesses of the members. So we have these will be stiffnesses of respective members. So these are OA, OB, OC, and OD. Now we have overall stiffness. I will say total stiffness is S and total moment is S. So I will write M by S equal to, and this we have M1 upon S1. These ratios we have same. Now we will go as we have M is M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4. So automatically I will get S equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus S4. Because as moments are numerator we have summation. So automatically denominator we will get it as summation. Now if we will go to this, then we have S1 by S, S2 by S, S3 by S, and S4 by S. So actually if we will go this last equation, if we will see, then we are in this fashion. M1 we have S1 upon S into M. So if we will see last, then you will understand is, so if I will use this, then I will have M1 is equal to M by S into S1, M2 is equal to M by S into S2, and likewise we will get it, and that we are going to be with this. And in this way, we have written this one. Now S1 upon S, we have S2 upon S, S3 upon S, S4 upon S, and we do not have actually S5 upon S. So we have only 4, and these are known as distribution factors for OA, OB, OC, and OD respectively. Thus the distribution factor, what is then distribution factor? It is defined as the ratio of the stiffness of the member. S1 is the, or S2, S3, S4, these are the stiffness of the member to the total stiffness of all members at that joint. So we have, this is known as distribution factor. So we have, this will be all about your distribution factors and then stiffnesses. Now we will go with 3 problems in this, and different types we will consider. First we will consider one end we have, that is simple support. Another case we will say both end supports are fixed, and third we will consider one end support fixed, another we have overhang. So first we have simple, we will consider a propped cantilever. So propped we have to say over here, and when I will say propped, I should have roller. This we have to always keep in mind. For propped, we should have roller over there. So now we will go with this. So step one, we have static indeterminacy. Actually, I have considered in first problem, but it is not required. So in subsequent problem, we will not consider this. So now fixed end moments, we have WL square by 12, and we will get this value as minus 150. MFBA, we have WL square by 12, which will be 150 kilonewton meter. So now we will go next carryover factors that are most important, or I can say distribution factors, one and the same. So now at a joint A and B, only one member is present. Therefore, distribution factor is 1 at both the joints. Because we know if parents are only one child, or properties go to that child only, no distribution over there. In the same fashion, here if one member is there, no distribution will be there, no carryover factors are required, or I can say that carryover factor will be 1. So now step 4, we will go moment distribution table. Now as we do not have a carryover factor or 1, so we need not require to involve it in the table. So we have joint. Now we have two joint only. We have joint A, we have joint B. Now after the joint, we have two members. At joint A, we have AB. At joint B, we have BA. Now fixed end moments we have calculated. We have minus 150 and then we have 150. After this, you can see we have released support B. Now when we are going to release the support B we are going to release if we have support end support. Release we have for end support always, provided your end support is simple support. If your end support is simple, then you have to make it 0, and if it overhang, then you have to release it to the overhanging moment. So that should be careful. For overhanging moment, we are not releasing it to 0. For simple support, we are going to release it to 0. For overhanging support, we are going to release it to overhanging moment. So now to release it, because we know final moment at B should be 0, because it is end support and end support simple support. So I will make it 0 by adding minus 150 in this. So we have seen if we are going to add a moment at any joint, then we have to take carryover over there, and that carryover always we have 50%. So we have minus 75. And now we are going to be with total moments or final moments, and we will get it as minus 225 kilonewton meter. And then BA, we have 0 because end support and roller, so 0. So we have MAB value minus 225, and MBA value we have 0. So you can see over here. So actually these values we have MAB we are going to get it as minus 225 kilonewton meter. So this is 225 kilonewton meter, and then MBA we are going to get it as 0. So knowing these values, we will go for the bending moment diagram. So we have, so you can see over here, so this is actually minus 225, MBA we have 0. Now we have given beam, and then we have BMD by superposition. So 225 by fixed end moments, and 225 again if we will go WL square by 8, so 50 into 6 square by 8, and that value we are going to get again it has 225 kilonewton meter. So this is your problem 1. Now we will go to the problem 2. So if you will see, I have considered same problems that whatever we have considered in slope deflection method, so it becomes easy for you to compare the answers. So now in these problems, if you will see, we have support end, which is end supports, support C, which is end supports, both are fixed support. Now step 1. So here I have actually step 1. So step 2 we have here, and that will be member AB, fixed end moment. So minus 104.17 kilonewton meter, and then 104.17 kilonewton meter. So now we have this member BC. So we have minus WL by 8. Minus WL by 8 is minus 50 kilonewton meter. MFCB we have WL by 8, which will be 50 kilonewton meter. Now we have, this will be step 3. If we will consider static indeterminacy, but need not require. So I will say step 2 only. So at joint B, we have stiffness of member BA. Now we have 4 EI upon L, because if we will consider joint B farther end is A, and that is fixed. So we have 4 EI upon L, which will be 0.8 EI, and stiffness member of BA again, which is 4 EI upon L, this will be stiffness member of BC, which will be 4 EI upon L, because my C support is also fixed support, and that value I will get it as 0.8. So if we will go over there, so my both spans are 5 meters, and therefore I am going to get these both values are same, that are 0.8 EI and 0.8 EI. So total stiffness I will get it as 1.6 EI. And therefore distribution factor, if you will see, then as we have same values of stiffness, so that we have 0.5, 0.5. Then we will go with distribution table. Now we have to first go for distribution factors. I have 0.5, 0.5 because my stiffness is same. Then now we have same steps. We have for joint A, B, C. Then we have members. We have AB member over here. We have BA member over here. We have BC. And then we have CB over here. Then after this, we have fixed end moments. Then we have minus 104.17. We have 104.17 minus 50 plus 50. Now we do not have any support as simple or simple support, roller support, or overhang. So we need not require to release the support. So we have directly distributed moment. So why we are distributing? Because we know at joint B, my final moment BA, that should be equal to BC. And for that one, we have to distribute the moment till we are going to get value of MBA equal to MBC. So how we are going to distribute it? We are going to add these two moments, that is algebraic sum. We have of these two, 104.7 minus 50. We are going to be algebraic sum. And whatever value we are going to get, we are going to be in opposite sign, and that opposite sign we are going to multiply by 0.5 and 0.5. How we are going it? So I will calculate over here. So I have 104.17. Now algebraic sum we are doing. So I will just calculate only 1, and then we have minus 50. So if we will go for this, then I will get this value as 54.17. So we have, this will be 54.17. So this will be my value, which will be unbalanced moment over here. And now we have to balance it. And when we have to balance it, so to balance it, we have to apply opposite moment. So we have to apply minus 54.17. Now how we will distribute it? We have this distribution factor. So we will multiply by 0.5 for BA, multiply by 0.5 for BC, and that will be half of this. We are going to get minus 27.08, minus 27.08. And knowing this value, we are going to be carryover moment. We know we have applied this at joint B, so half we have to transfer it to A and half we have to transfer to C. So you have to keep in mind, for BC, we have to transfer to C, and for BA, we have to transfer to A. We have applied moment at B, and further end for BA is A, so it should be on this side. So we have, this will be carryover moment on this side. We have carryover moment on this side, and this should be half. So we have, this will be carryover moment on both sides. Now we do not have anything over here to distribute now, and then we can go directly final moments, minus 117.171, 77.09, minus 77.08, and 36.46. So these are the final moments, and knowing these moments, we are in position to draw the bending moment diagram. So I have MAB minus 117.71, MBA 77.09, MBC minus 77.08, MCB 36.46. And you can see we have plotted it, 117.71 at A, 77.09 at B, 36.46 at C, then WL square by 8, 50 into 5 square by 8, 156.25, and WL by 4, and that we will get it as 100. So this is BMD by superposition. And now we will go to the last problem, which will be problem by overhang by moment distribution method, and we have, this will be figure 3. So now we have, actually here I have considered kinematic indeterminacy, so need not require actually, then you can know it, therefore I have kept it actually. So this step, that is optional step, you can have. So I have considered in first static indeterminacy. In second, I did not consider anything. And third, we have kinematic indeterminacy. This will be optional. So if you do not have confidence, then you cannot go over here, because this we need not require anywhere. So these step 1 which we are using in slope deflection method, this is optional step in your moment distribution method. Then we have fixed end moment. Then we have, as usual, your moment is in center, first load is in center, so minus WL by 8, then WL by 8, then member BC as it is eccentric load, so minus WAB square upon L square, WAB square upon L square. CD, now we have overhang. This we have seen in slope deflection method, and we have this value is minus 80 kilonewton meter. Now step 3, we have carryover factors. Now for joint B, I have member BA 4 EI by L, 4 EI by 3, and then for stiffness of member BC, I have 3 EI by L and 3 EI by 5. Now why this is 3? Because we know for overhang or for farther and simple support, we have 3 EI by L. And knowing this, we have total stiffness over here 29 EI upon 15. And from this, I will find distribution factors. So distribution factor for BA 0.69 and for BC, we have 0.31. Always keep in mind what number of members are there. You add all stiffnesses of the members, all distribution factor of members, then you should have value as 1. Then we have moment distribution table. So distribution factor 0.69, 0.31, and joint A, B, C, because we have C also over here, then member AB, member BA, member BC, member CB, and member CD. Now we have next fixed end moment. So you can see we have, these are the fixed end moment. Now keep in mind my joint C. So joint C, we have overhang. So I have to release for overhang moment, because I know this moment is final. This is not going to change. So I have to made this moment, and that moment I have to made it as plus 80, because equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. So to make it plus 80, I have to release it. So we release support C and add 44, which will make it as 80. Now you can see we have CB, and therefore we are going to be carryover moment. Now BC, we have to transfer. We have applied this for member BC, CB, and then we have to transfer it to BC, and that transfer will be again half 22. Now it will be total moment. Here I am not final moments, so I will go after release. You have to go total moment, provided you have distribution over there. If you do not have distribution over there, because in first problem you have seen after release we have carryover moments, and then we have final moments, because we do not have any moment to distribute. But here we have to distribute it, because my value of BA and value of BC should be equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, which we do not have over there. So I have to first release it. I have to distribute it. Sorry, not release it. I have to distribute it until I will get BA equal to BC. So now in the same fashion, we have 22.5 minus 2. This will gives me, if I will write over here, so I will have this value sum, that I will get it as 20.5. Now if this value is 20.5, I have to release, I have to distribute it. I have to make a distribution of minus 2.5, because we have to make that value, because this is unbalanced moment 20.5, we have to balance it, so we have to make it minus 20.5, and then we will distribute it. And how we are going to distribute it? Minus 20.5, so you have to distribute into 0.69, which will be for BA, and into 0.31, which will be for BC. So I have multiplied it by 0.39, so you will get, you can multiply it by 0.69, so into, so 20.69 into 0.69 gives you minus 14.15, minus 20.5 into 0.31 gives you minus 6.35. So you can see addition of these two should be minus 20.5. Now we do not have this carryover moment. So we can't go take carryover of BC to CB, because we have already released this support C. So we cannot carry over there, and then we can have directly final value 80 minus 80, and then we can go carry over moment. And where we have to carry over, we are not going to carry over here. We will carry over only BA to AB, and then that carry over moment half, which will be minus 7.07. And knowing this value, we can go to the values which are your final moments. So we will get first value minus 29.7157, second value 8.35, third value minus 8.35, 80 and minus 80. Now values you have to add, that will be from total moments onward. So from here to here, so from here to here, then from here to here. So we are not going from top again, because already total moments we have considered from top to till total moments, and then we have to go below this, and then we can plot it. So we have 29.57, then 8.34, 80, then 0, and then here we have WL by 4, then here we have WAB by L, and as it is overhang, we do not have any simply supported moment over there. So we have all this about your moment distribution method. And in this moment distribution, this is again simple method which was developed by Hardy-Cross. So next lecture we will see special cases in moment distribution method.